Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, I have two articles here, somehow related to one another, and that is Charlie Kirk assassination and Candace Owens assassination. No, she was not assassinated. Charlie Kirk was. And remember, a lot of people pointed the finger towards one particular state, one particular entity, and right now they are trying to, I think, divert or draw the attention to a different aspect, which is supposedly the French want to assassinate Candace Owens, and the French also could be having a little claw into the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Let's start with Candace Owens, who claims that Macron, the president of France, ordered her assassination. Is it possible? Yeah. Is it probable? I would give it 50-50. In the world we live in right now, I don't think that would be surprising. So let's start with the first topic. Russia Today. Let me put my goggles. 23rd of November 2025. United States of America pundit claims, and that's a good word, Macron has ordered her assassination. Candace Owens is currently in a legal battle with the French president over her allegation that his wife was born a man. U.S. conservative commentator Candace Owens, whom I like very much, who has claimed that French President Emmanuel Macron's wife, Brigitte Bardot, is a transgender woman, has alleged that he has authorized her assassination. Owens, a popular YouTuber and podcaster, and with big balls, I would add, is currently in a legal dispute with the Macron family after releasing her series of Becoming Brigitte earlier this year. In a podcast, she alleged that the First Lady was born male and was related to the French president by blood. It also claimed that Emmanuel Macron had been involved in CIA mind control program. In response, the Macrons filed a defamation suit accusing Owens of spreading, and I'm quoting, outlandish, defamatory, and far-fetched fictions. Well, if it's far-fetched fictions, why do you care? In a post on X on Friday, Owens said she had been contacted by, and I'm quoting, a high-ranking employee of the French government, who claimed that, and I'm quoting, the Macrons have executed upon and paid for the assassination of both her and French journalist Javier Possard. Possard, the former editor of Faith at Documents, previously promoted a theory alleging that Brigitte Macron, born Trudeau, had died young, and her older brother, Jean-Michel Trudeau, had later had a sex change, assumed her identity before marrying Emmanuel Macron. Personally, I don't care. All right, next one. More specifically, I'm quoting, the green light was given to small team in the National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. I am told, according to Candace Owens, there is no Israeli that is on the assassination squad, and the plans were formalized. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm told that one Israeli that is on the assassination squad and the plans were formalized. And I'm quoting, this is deadly serious. The head of the state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. The identity controversy surrounding a French First Lady, Well, let's talk about that. Between you and I, do you care what exactly that weasel Macron put his little wiener in? A puppet, a toy, whatever elephant might be. I don't care, man. Why would I care? Well, Brigitte, Candace Owens talks about a link of pedos being in charge of this and that. Well, that's bigger than Brigitte Bardot being Emmanuel Macron, being a female, man, whatever she is or he is. I personally don't care what Macron has his little winner getting into, personally. So I don't know why she cared that much. But the problem is the reaction. The reaction, I think, speaks for itself. If someone would tell you, Michael, John, you're not a man, you're a woman, what would you do? I don't give a fuck. That would be my answer. What's yours? Oh my God, no, I will show you. Here it is. Would you do that? Why do you even care? Well, there are personalities. It's even more. All right, that's the first one. The second one. Friends could be involved in Charlie Kirk murder. This is coming from Durov. Pavel Durov is the founder of Telegram. He says that weighed in on claims that the United States of America conservative activist assassin was trained with French Legion. And many people were trained or participated in the French Legion. So what does that prove? That France was involved? It is like, I don't know, using a Mossberg or, I don't know, a Remington and saying, oh, he used a Remington. That means he must be American. Really? It doesn't matter what kind of training that person had. Who paid that person, or what were the motives that moved that person into committing that crime? I think is more important. But hey, let's see what Durov has to say. The allegations that the French government is behind the assassination of US conservative activist Charlie Kirk are entirely possible. Well, it's entirely possible the Russians did it. It's possible the French did it. The Bangladeshis did it. It is probable. Possible is everything is possible. It's possible that you did it. It's possible. We don't know. Is it probable? You answer that question. Okay. The Russian tech entrepreneur was commenting on right-wing commentator Candace Owens' claims that Kirk's assassination trained with the French Legion 13 Brigade with multi-state involvement. The suspect, 22-year-old Tyler James Robinson, had been formally charged with aggravated murder and related counts in Kirk's killing, and is being held without bail, as prosecutors indicate. Okay, first, you see this guy is 22. Have you been into the Foreign Legion? If you've been to the Foreign Legion, you know how things are ran over there. And you show up. Clock, clock, clock. That's what you do. It's a big door. Clock, clock. Oh, my bad. Too much detail. Clock, clock, clock. They open the door. What do you want? You say, I want to join the Foreign Legion. Get the fuck in there. And they want to test you a little bit. And then if they, say yay or we, they send you about 6 months, used to be, to the chateau. Chateau, remember the chateau? Do you remember the chateau? So you go to that little training ground for 6 months. And after 6 months, if you make it and so on, you may be a legionnaire. And then you go into your assigned, operations, and you go in. Now, I don't think that an 18-year-old... Have you seen this guy's body? The guy allegedly shooting Charlie Kirk. He was not a legionnaire. I guarantee you that. Why? You won't make it through the 6 months if you look like that. Okay, let's push it to an extreme. He made it. And then he got out. And then he went back to North America and he boom, boom. You think? And he used the whatever, Mossberg? Really? No. I mean, there's so many red flags here that I can't tell you. If you know anything about the French Foreign Legion, if you've been involved, you know that this is a no from the very beginning. That guy, no, he couldn't make it. All right, next one. In the same post, X-post, shared on Friday, Owens said she had been warned by high-ranking officials that President Emmanuel Macron has outright professional units to carry out her assassination. All right, are you reading everything about Charlie Kirk has ever said about Macron's friends? I find Candace info about French involvement in his death entirely plausible, Durov said. Durov was detained. Well, let's talk about it. Is it possible that the guy, 22 years old, was in the Legion? Wait, let's go back. I like the French Foreign Legion, but they're not Superman. They're not. They are trained in order to conduct mercenary work. That's what they are. Now, let's say you're 22. Let's say you go over there at 19. You go over at 19, and let's say you start the Foreign Legion. And at 21, after 2 years, what do you think those guys trained you? They didn't train you too much. What do you think? Do you think that a guy being in a Foreign Legion versus a guy who has, let's say, 1,000 rounds of ammunition or 3,000 rounds ammunition in order to shoot a target, I think he's got more expertise than Legionnaire in a sniper's department. But hey, that's just me. You don't have... Stop thinking the Foreign Legion is like a gods. No, they're like, you're part of a team, and some are good at this, some are good at the other one. But 22, I don't believe this. So Candace Owens said that the French government ordered her assassination. Possible? Yeah. Probable? I don't know. Could be. I don't know. Could be. And it's not very hard. It's not very hard for that to be accomplished. And I'm not promoting that. You just said it's not hard. You don't need a special unit. You do not need a special unit. But move on with that one. And Durov comes and says, well, a Foreign Legion. No, I don't think so. You don't need a Foreign Legionnaire. What you need is to call the right crazy people that are paid to do it. And if they're not paid, you don't need the jackal, the big hitman jackal, the jackal, supposedly Ceausescu and others hired to hit. We don't need that for Candace Owens or for me or for Charlie Kirk. You do not need really experts. You don't need experts, my friend. You don't need experts. Anyway, what do I know? You need CIA experts in the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. You need that. But if they clear a certain area for you to, we don't know what's going on, then it's easy. It's easy. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't think the assassination was ordered in either way by the French. I think it's deeper than that. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.